Hello and welcome, Mark Homer here. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the past. I'm going to be quite nostalgic. Over the years, my leadership style has developed. It's more collaborative. I sort of see myself now as a conductor who just finds the best people for each job and then just stands at the front running them. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean, I have employees that do that all of the time, although we do. I work closely with my assistant. She and I work on the portfolio most of the week. We also have a letting agency that's run by my business partner. So there are around 10 staff in there, but I don't get involved in the day-to-day within that business. So really, I've just got one full-time member of staff, and then in addition, have loads and loads of different people, so different work teams that we pay by the job. We have lots and lots of different surveyors who value for banks. We have lots of other professionals that I'm constantly using, so solicitors. At the moment, I'm using a dilapidation surveyor. And I just see my job as finding the best person for that thing that I want to do. Finding the best builder that can convert that building, because they've converted lots of buildings like that with, let's say, extra floors on top, or maybe they've just done straight fit outs, or maybe they've built houses before. If they've built houses before, I don't really want them for conversions unless they've done conversions as well. You know, I'm looking all the time for the right solicitor. At the moment, I've got some leasehold properties that I want to extend. And it will become quite contentious with the freeholder. I want a solicitor that does that all week. I want a leasehold specialist. And I know who that is, I know where to go for that. When I'm looking to purchase a property, and if it's a complicated transaction, maybe it's commercial or maybe it's land, I know which solicitor to go to get a deal like that done, because your sort of average high street solicitor, they're not going to know how to do that. If I want to go and borrow money on a PRS building, a building with lots of flats, lots of apartments in it, I need a specific type of lender that I would go to do that. So all of these different people, whether employees or the specialists or the consultants, whoever it is that I need, I know usually where to go, and if not, I'd have an idea of who to ask. So the way in which I identify these people is mainly through other investors, other people buying, other people growing their portfolios. They come across these people, and also other professionals. So if I've got a project manager, he's brought loads of good architects to me. My build team have brought really good fire consultant. They've brought a great construction architect to me who can do blocks, and different mortgage brokers. They find the right kinds of lenders. So, it's having a really good network, sometimes called a power team, around me. I know that if I don't know the answer to that, most of those other people who I know and trust, and hopefully they trust me, will have an idea of where to go to find these people. So for those of you who are new and are just coming into the industry, the way in which you would judge whether that person is the right person for the job is to work out whether they've done the thing that you are looking for specifically before, and how much they've done it before. If you sit down the pub and you talk to somebody about property investment and they've not really invested in many or any properties, often they've got a big opinion, and lots of people will sort of say, I should listen to them because they've got lots to say, or they've got an opinion. But if they've not done it before and they've just been reading the newspaper, I would sort of politely smile, maybe end the conversation, and then usually ignore what they say. I would normally go and find somebody if I want to go and invest in a commercial building and I want to know what it will get rented out afterwards. I'll go and find the surveyor that values those types of units in that location and try and get some information from them. I'd probably talk to the agent that sells those, although you need to be careful because obviously they have a vested interest in talking the rent up and the value up. I'm going to go and talk to a project manager that develops those types of buildings continually. I'm going to go and talk to a quantity surveyor who is involved in, doing conversions or putting conversions with extra floors on top, like I like to do. And I'd want to see that he's done quite a few of those before, so he's got a really good idea of what the costs actually are. That's the person I'll be listening to, rather than talking to an estate agent about what construction costs are. Lots of them will have an opinion, but most of them wouldn't know because that's not their experience. So over the years, I've needed to engage in lots of collaborations, and clearly I have a big collaboration with Rob, my business partner. We've been in Progressive together since the start. And 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. If you get the right partner, it can equal 5, it can equal 10. I have another long-standing business partnership with Wayne, who runs Progressive Lets. That's our management operation. We manage a lot of properties for other landlords as well as ourselves. I think he's managing somewhere in the region of 1,200 different tenancies currently. Rob and I have something around 400, maybe just slightly under 400 tenancies. We've built a lot of value together. We also have a managing director. She has been here, I would say, over a decade now. A lot of value has been built through that relationship, certainly in our training business. She runs that on a daily basis, and clearly there's lots and lots to do. And again, 1 + 1 equals a hell of a lot more than 2. I've also had collaborations with other investors. Maybe they've supplied capital and I have supplied the time, the knowledge, and the ability to get deals done. Lots of investors out there are time poor, but they maybe have money. So, we've been able to get money in that a bank wouldn't necessarily lend on. Other investors maybe have wanted to hold a property over the long term. So we've built businesses with investors. Right in the beginning, our first business at Progressive was a property portfolio building service. We bought over 400 properties individually, refurbished them, remortgaged them, rolled the capital over several times. That was a business that was built with collaboration with about 110 different investors. That's not a business that we run now. It's very difficult sort of in the current environment, lots of moving wheels, but we wouldn't be here where we are today without those collaborations with investors, other business partners, and people working within our businesses. So let me leave you with that thought, and I will see you on the next episode.